Walton World, welcome to Live with Candice and Kris.
Welcome to the show. Happy Hump Day, and what a day it is.
Yes.
I feel good.
You look good.
You look good. We matching in our orange.
Yeah.
I learned a new word today, thanks to Junie and Miriam for Point of View.
Oh!
I learned that
Bust
the
down.
wig that Candice is wearing, it's called a bust down. So, yes. So, Candice, you look beautiful in your bust down.
The beautiful Junie B and Miriam.
You look beautiful in
They
your bust down.
told me I had a bust down.
Yeah.
Didn't know there was a name for it.
I didn't know either.
I thought it was just slap it on.
But now we know, world, you learn something on Candice and Kris. That is called a bust down.
Ooh, I gotta thank them.
Yeah, I love it. You look good in your bust down, Candice.
You look good in your bust up. I'm gonna give you a new one. Bust up.
Bust up.
You bust up, man. You look bust up.
Bust up.
You look good.
Hey, happy Black History Month to y'all tuning in. It's been a good one so far. We had some good stuff, some not so good stuff, but good nonetheless.
What's not so good? What's not so good? We had
politics is not so good. But, you know,
I don't think that's any month. That's every
any
month.
month,
That's
yeah.
every year. I don't feel like that's something we can get rid of.
it ain't going nowhere no time
unfortunately.
soon. It's only gonna get worse.
It's yes, it is. Well, there's a lot going on, but you know what? Let's get into the breakdown.
Dun, dun.
So the White House right now is actually in talks. They're still trying to pass the Border Patrol bill that doesn't seem to be going well. And it's, you know what? They've been in talks for a very long time. It's a bipartisan bill, and it has actually been struck down. So the problem with that is Donald Trump is now using that as a strategy to actually offset the election, which is not good, because what happens with that bill, with it left that way, it leaves the Border Patrol open all the way till November. So that affects everyone, especially ICE, because it takes away the number of staff that's actually there at the border. So Republicans actually killed the deal. So now they're back at the table to see if they can come up with a new one. But this is what we're talking about when we're talking about you have to vote. This is what's happening in Congress. Both sides are coming together in hopes that they can come to an agreement, but it doesn't seem to be going that way.
And it's crazy because the Republicans have been screaming about border control all for the past 3 or 4 years, and now they present them with the bill to get it under control, and they refuse it. But it's a smart play on Donald Trump's move, because he's going to use it for his campaign.
No, it's not smart.
I mean, for his
not.
campaign purposes.
It's not.
You don't think so?
It's not. It's a dumb move, and here's why.
Why you say that?
Dr. Joe, I'm going to say Dr. Joe.
Okay.
Grandpa Joe, that's so bad.
President Biden.
President Joe Biden. I didn't mean that, y'all. Y'all know I don't have this. I got to call him Dr. Joe, you know what I mean?
Dr.
So Dr. Joe said that it is a bad move, and I believe it's a bad move because now we're going to have all of that open now. That's not going to benefit Trump. That's going to go against him.
Yeah.
Because they're going to make sure that everyone understands that the GOP, this is their fault. This is the reason that there's no security at the border right now. They've taken away staff. ICE is going to be underfunded. We're going to have more problems. We already have a huge influx in New York City.
Yeah.
We have a huge influx in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So I can't see how Donald Trump can play this to his advantage when it's his party that's causing this.
Well, yeah.
And the conversation
that's turning
is,
down the bill.
Right.
Right.
And the conversation is Border Patrol.
But the thing that I found odd about this whole bill was, in addition to the border control, there was a $95.3 billion foreign aid package attached to this bill for use in Ukraine and Israel, which, considering the state of the United States economy right now, I don't know if that was the best thing to include in the bill right now. You know what I mean?
That's where I agree with Donald Trump.
Right.
And it's a tricky bill because it shouldn't have been included. And I really feel that's why Donald Trump is saying, no, the GOP, we're already calling him president at this point.
Yeah.
You know, the GOP is talking about they don't want to go ahead with the bill. Nobody is okay with that kind of money. And Joe Biden is saying, hey, that money is going to go to Gaza. It's going to go to Israel. But that's a lot of money.
And Ukraine. He's still trying to give more money to Ukraine, which, considering Hunter Biden's stuff that was tied to Ukraine earlier this year, it's just a bad look for Joe Biden to try to throw that, or for them to try to throw that aid package along with let's focus on one crisis at a time. In December, they had over 12,000 migrants in one
Yeah.
day. That's a record. You know what I mean? So,
And now, think about it. So now they're saying New York City, what we want to do, so we're going to leave the border open. We're going to let anyone come in. Oh, we don't have the space for them in the U.S., but we're going to throw money at them.
yeah, right.
So it doesn't make
Makes
any
sense.
sense. It's a bad plan. And how bad is politics right now that we're using the safety of this country for an election? For
Yeah.
any election, to see who's going to win, to see
Yeah.
who's going to be elected. We're using the country, and they actually have everyone, every citizen right now, every U.S. citizen is held in a chokehold
Yep.
because of the Democratic Party, because of the Republican Party,
Yeah.
because it's a matchup.
Yeah,
It's not about the people.
yeah. But we can only wait and see how this is going to play out because this is happening in real time as we speak right now. So hopefully by the end of the day, we'll see what they decide to come to. But moving along, you guys. So it looks like congratulations are in order for a black-owned bank in Milwaukee. We're talking about Columbia Savings and Loan Associated. It was founded in 1924 by Artie and Wilbur Haler. Now, Wesley McKenzie, who is the current vice president of the bank, said that they founded this bank in 1924 because back then blacks did not have a lot of access to funding, home loans, etc. What I thought was interesting that he mentioned in the interview was that, I don't know about if y'all do it in Jamaica, but there's always a joke here about like grandmothers and great-grandmothers, they would hide money under the mattress or in the safe in the house. I didn't know where that stemmed from. That stemmed from because back then black people would go to banks and they would tell them your money is gone.
Yeah.
They would just take the money. I always thought it was just like a joke. I never knew it was really based on anything. So to see them celebrate 100 years, congratulations. We need more black institutions. There's only 41 in the country. So
Yeah, and that's, you know what, when I was looking at the data, that's what shocked me. And the thing about it is there's still so much racism when it comes to mortgages. There's so much racism when it comes to black businesses.
Yep.
You have to support these banks.
Yep.
You're talking about years ago, and it's funny because when I looked into the story of their marriage, so they were actually married in 1920.
Ooh.
In 1923, they both decided to make the move to Milwaukee. Now, here's what made them open the black bank. They said when they got there that white people, you know, our counterparts, would actually speak very openly about how they can turn away black people that needed mortgages, that needed funding. It was just an open conversation.
They didn't try to hide it.
But you can imagine in those days. I mean,
they almost do it now.
They do it in a different way. In a different way. And this is why a lot of mortgage companies now, if you realize that when you're selling your home, they ask you not to leave pictures around, not to leave certain things around because you actually mark your culture in that home and it won't sell. You have a lot of white people that will not buy black homes. So it's unfortunate, but it's something that we're still to this day dealing with.
And it's really crazy that we only got 41 black-owned banks is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
When demographically, we're one of the biggest spending demographics in the world. The black dollar, I mean, every other race knows it, and they capitalize off of it.
It's not that easy to secure a bank. I looked into it, not like, but it was pretty interesting. So
I think it would take.
So if you think discrimination happens to just us going in, you know, as customers, imagine what the black banks go through to even open the institution and deal with the Federal Reserve. So it's a lot to it.
I think it would take for black people to be willing to put their money into the black banks. But I think we kind of have a fear, well, the majority of us have a fear of black-owned banks.
I don't have a fear.
I believe a lot of black people do, though.
I don't. I just don't feel it's enough. I don't think it's selective enough. You know what I mean? But I'd rather do a black-owned bank because I know I'm guaranteed a mortgage. I know that they're going to work with me. Right. Rather than me going to a big bank and they're just looking at the color of my skin and that's it.
It's an automatic no.
It's an automatic no, you know?
Well, hopefully they'll inspire some other people to open some banks. So congratulations to y'all. Yeah.
So this next story, I don't know why this makes me so emotional. I don't know. Like, I saw this story and I almost started to cry. It's so stupid. It's Detroit. The Detroit Youth Choir. Oh my gosh. So they did an appearance on the GMA show and they sang Mama We Made It. Take a look at this video.
ain't mad at it. Hey.
I'm a member.
Hey.
You know, there's something, gosh, I just love my black. Oh, the chocolate.
Yeah.
There is something that just makes me feel so good when I watch these kids.
Yeah.
The pride on their face, the fact that they made it that far. I can only imagine coming out of Detroit, which some rough areas, their demographic is totally different. Like, they shouldn't even be on TV, but here they are. So I'm
and
just
that
so
was in
proud.
the original song that they performed, so I think they may have had a hand in writing that.
So you were in a spotlight situation that changed your life.
Yeah.
Like, what was that like?
I mean,
you were on The Voice.
I mean, and I was an adult, but these are kids, so I can only imagine the impact that this is going to have on their future, their careers, their drive to want to pursue a career in music.
I love it.
I wish we had these kind of platforms when I was their age, but I think more attention and funding should be given to the arts because we see what it can produce.
And they're actually performing. So this is for Disney's new docuseries called The Choir. So you're going to have to watch it because it's going to showcase all these beautiful brown children and their livelihoods, how they stay in school, how they juggle friendships, how they juggle life. And, you know, be able to do this. So it's so amazing. I just feel so happy for them. I mean, I feel like everybody's mama. I don't know why.
And during Black History Month.
I watched it and I just felt so proud. Congratulations to them. Oh my gosh, my babies. That's my babies now. But we got to take a short break, guys. We're going to be right back after this with what's trending. Some gossip. One word.
Hey, man.
Candice Kris. Let's go. Come on, come on. Hey. The Candice Kris Show. The Candice Kris Show. The Candice Kris Show.
Hey, man.
The Candice Kris Show. Let's go. Come on, come on. Hey. The Candice Kris Show. The Candice Kris Show.
Hey, man.
The Candice Kris Show. Let's go. Come on, come on. Hey. The Candice Kris Show. The Candice Kris Show. The Candice Kris Show.
Welcome back to the show. You're just in time for what's trending. So superstar comedian Monique is trending after her highly anticipated Shannon Sharpe interview. Take a look at the clip.
Number one, it was the messenger. I should just be grateful I got invited to the party. You a big, fat, black woman. How dare you be the one? And then on top of that, you're saying names. You're saying Oprah's name out loud. You're saying Tyler's name out loud. You're saying Lee's name out loud. You're saying Lionsgate out loud. That's not what we do. We say they. We say the people. We say the studio. We say the producers. How dare you actually say our heroes' names? Number one.
And as you can imagine, social media had a lot to say. I've been waiting on her to do a sit-down interview where she could just be raw and uncut. And I have to watch the thing in its entirety. But the clips that I did see, I'm so glad that Monique has her platform, that she can just unapologetically speak her truth. I didn't even think about it from the perspective of her being a plus-size black woman, and they felt like she should just be happy to basically have a seat at the table. And talking about how Taraji got so much more attention when she said the same thing that Monique said years ago. It's just an interesting perspective to see, to me. Yeah.
I think everything's come back full circle.
Yeah.
Because I remember when she was speaking, everyone was so against her. They called her crazy. They said she needed mental help. Like it was this whole war that was going back. And here it is today. You have Taraji P. Henson, one of the greatest female actors out there right now, saying the same thing. She's overworked, underpaid. She's not getting what she's worth. And you're talking about Taraji, who's worked on major projects, $1 million, $1 billion projects, and she's saying that. So it makes me think now, what is everyone saying to Monique? Are they saying we're sorry? Are they apologizing? Are they saying, you know what, Monique, you were right. You set the precedence. They owe her everything. I remember when she fought for a Netflix play.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
She fought for that.
Yeah.
And she won.
Yeah.
So it goes to show that even in Hollywood, even on talk, even what we do, you have to be your own advocate.
Yep.
Nobody is going to come for you. Nobody's going to stand in a room. You could have all the attorneys you want. You can have all the representatives. But at the end of the day, it's you, woman, black skin. You, black man, your skin.
Yeah.
We have to talk up. Shannon Sharp, it's
genius.
amazing. He's not a genius. I don't think he's a genius.
I think he's a genius.
I think what happens is when you get the opportunity to have that one big guest, it catapults you.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like listening to him. I think he's loud. He gets on my nerves. But at the end of the day, he has done something, and everyone wants to come to him because he's so viewed right now. And that's the power of social media.
But you know what's crazy? The guts that it took for Monique. I don't know if y'all caught the names that she mentioned. Oprah Winfrey, Tyler
She's
Perry,
always done
Lee
that,
Daniels.
though.
To stand on your own 10
She's
toes
always
down and
done
speak up
that.
against those juggernauts in the industry, and she wasn't crazy. Netflix tried to offer her
No.
$500,000 for a 1-hour special, and they offered Amy Schumer $11 million.
And
And
she
Monique
got
is the
it.
Oscar winner.
But she got her money, though.
You know,
she fought
she
for
fought
it,
for
and
it.
she got
Yeah,
her
yeah,
money.
yeah.
And you know what the thing is? I'm glad, because she had a conversation with Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels apologized to her.
Yep.
Okay, so are we going to see Oprah do that? I don't think so. I think we're going to see this year, I think that we'll see a conversation. I think we'll see it in the open. I don't think we'll be privy to the behind the door type of thing. But they're all black in Hollywood. I think everyone needs to support each other. It's a small but large entity.
And you know what else, Ken? She said in the interview, she said when she spoke on Taraji, speaking up against Oprah, Monique said that she was disappointed that Taraji turned around and wrote like a love letter to Oprah, giving her, her appreciation and all. She felt like Taraji should have stood on what she said. And I kind of thought about it when Monique said, maybe Taraji should have stood on instead of kind of backing down. And you know what I'm saying? What you
I don't
think?
agree.
You
I
don't?
don't agree. I don't agree with that whatsoever. Monique's situation with Oprah may be very different from Taraji's situation. So I cannot say that she shouldn't have. Taraji never came forward and said, publicly that she had this situation with Oprah, whereas Monique did. That was the whole, she didn't want to travel on the road. She didn't want to promote the film. That was deeper. You know what I mean? So Taraji has to own hers just like Monique has to own hers, but I don't think we can put them necessarily
together
in the same basket.
Yeah. Nonetheless, I'm just glad that Monique is finally able to speak her truth and finally get the credit she deserves. She was never crazy. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, this next story, I have to do my job, y'all. So we got to talk about Drake. I'm just doing my job, baby. I know you watching, just doing my job. So Drake leaked an explicit video. Now, we don't have the video. Well, we do have the video. Take a look at this video. There he go. That's exactly what it looks like. That's exactly. I just need you to picture that big black man as Drake, because that's exactly what it looked like.
So I didn't see the actual video. So
It
can
looked
you...
like a swollen noodle. You know how you got ramen noodle? And you leave it to the water too long?
I was looking at the memes and the reactions and everybody's...
It swell up. The ramen noodles swell up. It swell if you leave it.
My thing was, if you go leak a nude, why would you leak it like...
I don't.
If you go leak a nude, leak it.
No, I thought he was doing something because it could twist.
That mean you need that blue pill, dog. If you got, you
No.
shouldn't be able to swing it like a
No,
license.
it's like I was looking at the video for, purposes of
Research purposes.
research. And I was like, wait a minute. Did he take the video himself? Because he's laying down and the phone looks like, you know how you do in the mirror.
Right.
He took the video of himself.
Of himself.
Yeah.
I want to know who leaked it. I think
He
Drake
did.
leaked it.
I think
he leaked it too.
I think
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did, thinking he was doing something, but it came out like a wet noodle.
It came-
I was just, I didn't know what to expect. Like I heard about the video.
Yeah.
This wasn't it.
This was inside. This was Drake doing this to get some attention.
This was definitely Aubrey back in the wheelchair days.
Once you get to Drake status, stuff doesn't get leaked.
Once you get to Drake status, it should look like that.
Oh, I saw where Dr. Miami. Did you see where Dr. Miami came out and said? He said
he do penile implants.
They were talking about they call them DDLs, but Dr. Miami said it's
Yup.
not called a DDL. But
We had Dr. Miami on our show, and I will never forget when he told
Yeah.
us more men come to him
Yup.
to have
the penis enlargement.
enlarged.
Yeah.
A lot.
And it's funny that he tweeted
A
that
lot.
the same night that Drake's video leaked. So I don't know if he was trying to throw a little jab with it,
I
you
don't
know what
know,
I'm saying?
but he might want to give him a call.
Oh! We moving on. All right, y'all. So in other shocking news, reality star Suki Hana,
Oh.
Jesus, she shocked fans when she revealed to Bobby Lights that she is not a musician. She just makes music. Take a look at the clip, y'all.
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician.
I-
I make music. I make
I-
music. And that's not all I do. I make music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician.
That's what I think you think I said. I said
No,
musician,
think
not
what-
magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
Think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician.
Is she high? Is she high, Candice? At first I said maybe she didn't understand what Bobby said. But then when she circled back, she spun the block and said, no, I'm not a musician. I make music.
I like Suki. I do. I just don't know what to take of this because I lose my voice thinking about it. I had to watch it and I listened to it a couple times because I was like, what did she think she said?
Said, right.
Baby, she said
Magician?
musician. You are a musician,
You are a
Suki.
musician, Suki.
Yeah. I know it's surprising, girl.
But you are.
You a musician.
You know what? And I like Suki too, but
I do.
I mean, are we really surprised?
I
What she
do.
said was, I don't think that's ghetto. That would explain so much.
Yeah.
That would explain so much, Suki.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to make of this.
This is the same woman that was on all fours on the leash in NLE Chopper's video. So are we really surprised?
I know. I
Are
don't
we
know.
really surprised?
I don't know what to make of it.
I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, I don't know what to
But
make of
Suki,
it.
I hate to break it to you, but you are a musician, baby girl.
Let's move on. In other news, Krishan.
Oh, Lord.
Boy. Maybe this is the end that maybe we're not gonna hear no more after. Maybe this is gonna humble her. So she is being sued by Jonathan Wright, the background singer for Tamar. If you remember, an altercation broke out not too long ago at Tamar's concert. Now we have the actual details of what took place, and apparently they had a conversation. Jonathan was explaining to her that, no, you're not on the stage at this point. You're background, dancing, singing. Anyway, the conversation went bad, and she actually punched him in his face a couple times, punched him in his teeth, knocked out his teeth completely. So he is actually suing her. There's an official lawsuit. And they're saying the rings that she had on her hands equivocate to brass knuckles.
Ooh. And on top of that, apparently while she was beating him up, she was yelling homophobic slurs.
Yep.
So this might be the end for baby girl. We might not see her for long. And she deleted her social media.
She deleted the social
Social
media,
media,
but she
yeah.
came back on.
Yeah.
The page is still open again, but she's going to pay. She's going to come out of pocket for this one. And maybe this is what it's going to
Yeah.
take to humble her. Maybe this is what it's going to take for her to calm down. But she's going to have to face a judge with a whole criminal on her face.
If losing 400,000 followers don't humble you, I don't know what will. She's
gonna
losing
be-
followers. She's gonna lose endorsements. Now she's losing money.
I think people have had
Enough,
enough.
yeah.
Enough is enough. And now that the actual case is
Yeah,
out there
yeah.
and it's public and everyone can see she was the aggressor, there is actually nothing she can say right now to defend herself.
Yeah.
She hit him first
Yeah.
and kept on hitting him.
Repeatedly. And, you know, I ain't gonna lie, it was entertaining at first with the whole Krishan and Blueface
yeah.
thing, but I think at this point everybody agrees that it's just not.
It's toxic.
Yeah, it's not entertaining
toxic.
anymore.
It's toxic.
Yeah.
It's not entertaining, but this is going to be entertaining when they slap her with a good amount of money she's going to have to
And
pay.
Jonathan about to get pissy.
Oh my gosh. But that's it, guys. We got to get out of here. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back.
Same time, same place.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you for protection, for health, for all of us, for blessing our families. I would just thank you so much for where we get to be in such a time as this. Please bless today's show. Help those who are watching, and just give us the intellect, the inspiration to just say something good for people at home. In Jesus' name, I pray.
In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, Chris.
We'll be rushing all the time.
I know, right? Hey, Koya, can you come here?